Hello, anybody. I am alpacapatrol, and this is Binding of Isaac: Wrath of the Lamb. That's right. I'm back with another challenge run. Well, sort of a challenge run. It's hard to explain. Wait, hold on a second. I have to set something up. Random seed. There we go. Random seed. Okay, cool. We're going to do a challenge run that's in the game because there was no upvoted challenges because you motherfuckers didn't upvote no challenges last time. That's on you, not me. And we're gonna do Lord of the Flies. And I'm also joined by a special guest. Dennis is here with me.
Hi, yeah, I'd like to say that today's show is brought to you by Odin, God of Apples.
God of Apples?
Yeah.
I thought he was the God of Thunder.
Oh, is that his name?
I thought so, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily his name.
His name is God of Apples.
Maybe it's his surname.
Maybe. Maybe he's God of Apples, God of Thunder. Maybe he's both gods.
Actually, Thor is the God of Thunder.
Exactly. So
Odin is just his dad.
Well, so Odin's the God of Apples.
Maybe Odin's the God of Apples. I mean, hey, I don't know that much about Norse mythology, evidently, so, I mean, it's entirely possible that he's the Lord of Apples. For fuck's sake, Monstro. I am doing very poorly right now.
We're about to lose the game. What are you doing here,
I know, I'm doing a very poor job.
Focusing.
I know, I got hit by two, like, full damage things. Now, a couple things have transpired since the last... Oh, good, a range up. A couple things have transpired since the last episode of Isaac. Number one, the comment system is all weird now. They integrated it with Google+, which kind of sucks. Luckily,
we all love.
Yeah, we all obviously love Google+.
All praise Google.
I mean, we are just big. Me and Dennis, we've been. How many years have we been on Google+?
Well, basically, before it came out, they invited us to the beta.
Right. We were part of the beta.
Big fans.
Yeah, we're huge fans of Google+. It's just like maybe the greatest idea.
We have just been sharing everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my poop calendar on.
Right. Yeah. What about your circles? I mean, all of your circles.
Oh, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I basically have a circle for circles.
Wow, you have a circle filled with other circles.
Yeah, it's I mean, look, it's a beta thing that they're testing now,
right.
But
okay.
hopefully soon they'll integrate it with the rest of the internet, and I can just put the internet in a bunch of circles.
In a bunch of circles. Yeah, all right. That's well, I mean, that's what you need, really.
Yeah. Well, you need the new circular monitor for that, made
oh,
only by Google.
Right.
But
Yeah,
that's
the Google circular
that's in
monitor.
the future.
Right. Yeah. We know that because we used Google's new beta for the time travel technology.
Yeah.
That they've come out with. But no, in all seriousness, Google Plus is now part of the comment system for some reason. The other thing that's weird is, oh, I didn't realize that Lord of Flies meant that we don't get any treasure rooms. That's kind of shitty. Alright, let's go in here. That works. Anyway, yeah, so Google Plus is part of the new comment system. It's a big piece of shit. But luckily, I guess they gave back the option for us to reply to comments, which is great, and they had a lot of foresight on their part, because initially, you couldn't reply to comments. And that was pretty dumb. It was pretty silly, wouldn't you say? I was very upset with that, but now we can reply to comments, and you can upvote comments, and add me to all your circles. It's literally the worst thing. It's maybe the worst thing. Now, Dennis, I don't think you really care that much about it.
I personally believe, that circles are the way of the future.
Right, yeah, we're just gonna have everything in circles eventually.
Yeah, well, it's because you guys are all a bunch of squares.
Right.
And circles win against squares.
That's
in the circle square game.
Right, circle square game. That's an excellent
that I play pretty often.
Timeless game.
Yeah, I mean, the Egyptians played it.
Yeah, circle square game.
And they determined that circles always win because that's how you make wheels.
Right.
Can't make wheels with squares.
I'm sure that you can move something with a square wheel. However, it would be very extraneous.
Yeah,
it
would be very extraneous.
You're just gonna repeat what I said. Huh?
I have no idea what that word means.
You don't know what extraneous means?
No.
It's like requires a lot of effort.
So exhausting.
Yeah.
So let's use simple words.
Well, it is. I mean, it's a fairly simple word.
Maybe for you it is.
Ooh. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty good item. We got a tears down. That kind of sucks, but I think we did all right there. We got Guppy's tail. We're one part of the way towards Guppy, which is pretty nice. It's always good to be one part of the way towards Guppy, wouldn't you say, Dennis?
I would say that.
Really?
I would. Had you not said it already,
you would have said it.
Yeah, I would have said it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. You should tell me in the future next time so that I don't say it, you know?
Well, I'll just try to say it first.
Whoa! We got
That's
a lot of money there.
money.
Yeah, that's a lot of nuts.
We are gonna be rich.
We are banking the gold doubloons.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what Google's issue is, man. It's just like, you know, it's a big community. You gotta, like, YouTube is not 5,000 people.
Yeah,
You know? So, I don't know. Maybe they're doing stuff, maybe they're not, but eventually I'm sure it'll work out. I hope so. I really
Well,
do.
it
For
has
everyone's
been
sake.
about a year since YouTube has like worked for. Oh fuck me, really? All right, well fuck it, man.
Oh,
up.
another
It's
piece
time.
of Guppy's thing, no?
Yeah. We are 2 parts towards Guppy, which is pretty fucking surprising.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And we have like 26 money.
yeah. 26 monies.
We have 26 money.
This is coming from what is your chosen profession in the future there, Dennis?
Finance.
Uh-huh,
There's
yeah.
nothing to do with words. Never have to learn any words.
No
in that
words.
school. Nope.
Wow. So
Requires
you don't even have to
0
read or
words.
anything.
Nope.
No reading.
It's basically you learn how to count money. It's a pretty great profession. You take other people's money
Okay.
and you count it, and then you charge a fee for counting it. It's pretty great. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're dead. But we're alive again.
Well, you're dead. I'm alright. I'm still
That's a
good.
fair point. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty much the only one who died there.
This is pretty tough. Oh yeah, great, because we took 9 lives.
Yeah. It's a little. Oh, so now it's we.
Yeah. Well, when it's good things, it's we.
Right. Yeah.
When
That's
it's dying,
that's
it's just you.
He's your son when he does something good, but when he dies on famine, then he's just a piece of shit.
I really don't like to talk about ideas that way.
it's a little bit, yeah. It's a little bit out of line. You're right. I'm sorry. It was maybe a bit too much. I'm glad that we got blue famine, by the way, because that means we get a blue heart, which is nice. And then I guess we'll just go down the next floor.
To the next floor.
To the next floor, friends. Oh wait. Oh, this is not a very dangerous room.
Oh, we have a map.
Yeah, we have a compass.
That's extremely useful.
Yeah. You saw me buy that actually.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Paid 0 attention.
Did not pay attention. Well, thanks for coming on the episode.
I was thinking about Odin, God of Apples.
Oh right, yeah, he's the god of apples. They are delicious, in fairness to him.
I went to an apple farm. Did I tell you that?
Did you?
Yeah,
No. When
dude,
was that?
it was awesome.
I think those are called orchards, by the way.
Yeah, it was an apple farm. There
okay.
were farmers there.
Well, I think you can farm apples, but I don't think it's an apple farm. I think it's called an orchard.
Well, I think this is a fancy way of saying apple farm.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it's an extraneous, exhaustive
I mean, you
orchard
could call
farm.
me Odin, but that's just a fancy way of saying Dennis.
The god of apples.
God of Apples, right?
Right,
Sorry.
yeah. Okay,
So-
yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I guess, you make a good point. I didn't really consider that.
So I went over there,
Yeah,
and so you get a bag, right? You walk in, you get a nice little bag.
bag of apples.
No, you just get a bag.
Oh, you get a
plain
bag.
yeah.
Oh, why'd you
And
go to
then
an apple
go-
farm if you wanted a bag? You went to the supermarket.
But they have recyclable bags.
Oh,
And-
okay,
and,
yeah.
And
right.
I'm all for getting all the
greenness,
ladies
right,
that
yeah,
want to
yeah.
save the environment, right?
That's smart.
So that's why I try to save the environment to
Okay.
get all the ladies.
Right, fair.
And so I went and I saw these ladies.
Right.
And they were busy picking apples in
Right.
these rows of apple trees.
Okay.
Right. So I didn't eat the whole day.
Uh-huh.
Turns out you don't have to put the apples in the bag. You can just eat them while walking around.
Huh.
I
Okay.
ate a lot of apples.
Well.
I want to say that I was biting an apple like maybe every 5 seconds, and then trying it, and then throwing it away, and then just picking another apple and eating that one. I felt pretty sick at the end of that.
Right,
From
as you
eating
would.
like a good at least 2 pounds of apples.
Right.
But good thing that happened was no, I guess nothing good happened.
Wow, nothing good happened.
Oh, I
that
bought
day.
apple cider. That's why I started. I bought apple cider and I bought apple donuts.
Ooh.
That was the original thought, because I thought about what I wanted and I really wanted a donut. Then I thought about the apple donuts at the apple orchard.
There you go.
There
See,
we go.
we're learning.
Learning
This is
stuff.
what learning is like.
You know what
friends.
that is? That is. I forgot the word. What was the word we just learned right before that?
An orchard.
No, before that.
An orchard.
What was the word before that for exhausted?
Extraneous?
Extraneous.
Yeah.
Learning that was extraneous.
Really? That's it. All right.
See? Learning
That's
a whole bunch of
you're
words.
learning how to even use the words, which
Yeah.
is beyond.
Yeah, that's
you know,
pretty
beyond
much.
just learning the words. That's
That's-
like meta word learning, basically.
Basically, but pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
And if I had to say anything, I'd say, basically, snakes don't have parts. But if they did, I'd say we'd be eating his knee.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd agree.
Yeah.
I'd agree. Although they did not have any snakes at the apple farm.
There were no snakes at the apple farm.
No.
Well, I mean, can we at least agree on the fact that maybe you just didn't see any of the snakes that were there?
Probably. Yeah, you're probably. I did bite an apple with a worm in it.
Oh, ew.
I didn't bite the worm.
Okay, that's
But
good.
I saw it in there. It was dead.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
What
they
did-
just went in there to eat and died.
Yeah,
So
that
horrible.
happens a lot to poor worms. I feel kind of bad
That
about
must
it.
be awful. Can you imagine? You wake up and you go to your kitchen to eat a sandwich, and all of a sudden you're trapped in a tree and dead.
Trapped inside of a sandwich. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of their own fault for eating something that's several times larger than themselves. I don't really try to do that very often. There are people who do that. You ever see that, like, that one super large pizza?
No.
Yeah, it's like there's this one place that makes a pizza that is like the size of like a room.
Wow.
Yeah.
And people try to eat that much pizza?
Yeah, and oftentimes they get trapped inside the pizza and then they die. They die of suffocation.
Wow.
It's very sad.
So they die at this place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually saw something that I didn't really know how to react right away to.
Okay.
I'm still a little unsure, so maybe I'll get your opinion on this. There's a restaurant
Okay.
somewhere in the southern part of the Americas
Yep.
that will make your meal free
Uh-huh.
if you get fatter from eating it. And one of their things is called the triple bypass, which is a triple burger.
That's gross.
And they make the really fat people weigh themselves on display in front of everyone on a giant scale. So it kind of like feta
Yeah, that's all right.
feta cheeses.
Feta cheeses. Yeah, that's good.
It
Way
kind
better.
of feta cheeses
They put feta cheese on the fat people.
just becoming morbidly obese.
Yeah. Yeah, that does seem to be what that's doing.
Yeah, it's American as fuck.
Yeah, that's like super America.
That's like I don't know if Europeans ever wanted to understand America, they'd have to go to that restaurant.
That one
and
place.
just be like, wow.
Well, see, I feel like Europeans, they can sit in Europe and be like, well, Americans are so fat and nasty and stuff. But see, you guys just don't have all the stuff that we have. If you did, then you guys would be just as fat as we are.
That's true, yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you had like 6 packages of Hot Pockets in the freezer, how could you not eat that?
You're right, yeah. It
Or
is
Pop-Tarts.
delicious. I think that's the other thing, too, is that, oh, God, people who aren't fat, oh, dear Lord. Say that they exercise restraint. That's not necessarily true. They could have just never been brought up in that climate.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we were brought up in a certain culture where drinking a soda with 6 tablespoons of sugar, that's breakfast.
Yeah, you gotta put some sugar in your soda
I mean,
because it's not sweet
look
enough.
at my reasoning here. I today got some chicken popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't know, that is what the place owned by I don't know who calls their popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
They call it chicken popcorn, and that's improper because they were just little bits of chicken that they obviously were like left over from the chicken strips or something.
Right, yeah.
So I had to eat that, and then I drank my ginger ale as a dessert. Right?
That was the end of your thought. That's it. That's all you got.
Well, the thought was pretty long, and I forgot a bunch of words while I was doing it.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
A lot of the words.
I think you just wanted to tell that story of you eating the chicken popcorn.
Yeah, chicken popcorn. I was pretty excited about chicken popcorn.
I mean, I was really confused as to what chicken popcorn would be, right? Because, you see Batman, right? Batman is a man with qualities of a bat. Popcorn chicken is chicken with qualities of popcorn. Now, chicken popcorn, on the other hand, if we're following the same naming conventions, that should be popcorn with the qualities of chicken. Now, I don't think they achieved that goal, but the idea was intriguing.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. My theory was, and this is what I think it should be, is it should be little bits of popcorn shaped like little chickens.
Oh, yeah.
They're all just shaped so you feel it's like animal crackers, but they're salty and they taste a little bit like chicken.
Right.
So it's like animal crackers for adults that really want to eat little pieces of chicken out of a bag.
Well, see, this is what I thought. I thought it would be popcorn, and you know how you have popcorn and you get it at the place and they drizzle butter on the popcorn. See, I thought it would be popcorn, right? Hear me out. But instead of butter, they drizzle chicken fat.
Oh, just chicken grease.
Yeah,
all over
just
your
all the
popcorn.
chicken grease. Whatever kind of juices a chicken makes, That's what would be on
That
your
would be
popcorn.
brilliant, man. They would just have to buy a bag of popcorn and then just drain all the stuff that they fry the chicken in all day.
There you go.
And then yeah, that's perfect. That's like perfect recycling.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
what
that
they're
is. That's
doing.
Look, see, Americans are green too.
Yeah, we're recycling.
Yeah, recycling chicken grease.
Yeah, and you know what? We are contributing more to our recycling programs than you Europeans, because you wouldn't eat that, but we do. We put that in our
Exactly.
bodies so that it doesn't end up in the environment.
Right, yeah, you
Because we'll
see?
die one day, and it doesn't matter, but the environment won't die.
We will be excellent mulch.
Exactly.
You know,
Mulch.
they talk about America not being a green country, but think about this. We have more people dying all the time because of obesity, and therefore we're giving back to the environment a lot by making excellent compost.
Exactly. And what do you think happens to graveyards after a long time? Turn into farms.
Yep.
Or orchards.
Yep, or
There we
orchards
go.
there.
Full
That's
circle.
how you make the, and that'll be the end of the Isaac video, friends. Thanks for joining us. We set that up from the very beginning. Okay.
Wasn't
that's
that in the
down.
shop?
Yeah. We
If
didn't
you
take
buy
it,
it in
though.
the shop now, would it be the same thing? Would you get the same 4 pills?
You know, Dennis, if a tree fell in the woods, would it make a sound? Doesn't matter if people are there or not.
If a tree fell in the woods.
Yeah. Well, you know that saying, right? Now, the way that you're saying it makes it seem like you don't know that very common saying.
If a tree fell in the woods.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? Is the oh god? Nope. No. Fuck me. Come on.
Does it make a sound?
Damn it.
Well, it makes a sound. No one hears it.
Well, does it though? How can we know?
Well, I'm pretty certain it does.
But how can you test that?
Well, because if I lied to you and told you that I wasn't there and the tree fell, I would have heard it. Right?
I don't
If
understand
I was
that
like,
reasoning.
hey Rob, a tree fell in the woods, did it make any noise?
We're saying like there's no proof and there's no possible way to attain proof that that this tree made a sound in the woods. How would we know if it did or not?
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe trees only make noise to warn animals and people
Yeah.
about the falling tree. Like,
Yeah,
"I'm
maybe that's just them
falling!"
yelling like, "Hey, watch out, I'm falling!" And that's the
How often do trees fall?
pretty often, I'd say.
They just fall?
Yeah, this is similar like a
Like
hair
there's a lot of
falling
wind
out.
and it falls?
Yeah, sometimes that happens, or it's, you know, in an awkward position for many hundreds of years, and then eventually it just falls over.
But that doesn't happen to America.
No, American trees. Well, they're raised on... Actually, fun fact, not a fun fact, there's nothing fun about this fact, and there's nothing factual about this thing
Fun.
that I'm about to say. But,
Flight will kill you. But you get to keep flight?
I'm gonna take that. And... I think that's good. I don't want the flight, because if I get a guppy item, then I'm fine. I don't need the flight. Did I not go to that? No, I did. I totally went there. We're fine, don't worry. Anyway, what was I just talking about?
Flight.
Flight. No, we weren't talking about flight.
American trees.
American trees. Ah, yes. So, I just always wanted to, it's something that's really funny. Oh, nice. Really funny to me is that rats in New York City literally grow on, like, cigarette butts and urine. And trees, too. Like, they're just like alcoholic urine.
Yeah.
Urine filled with alcohol. And they're fine. They're just fine. They're resilient animals and just life in general in New York. I just always find that really funny. Just that, you know, they can be in such a fucking awful environment and still grow just fine.
You know what's actually interesting, really cool, and factual?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Okay, I'm ready.
There are 37
Alright.
different types of mice
Oh.
in New York City.
Really?
And they're genetically different based on the park that they live in.
Really?
Yep.
That is very
They have
interesting.
been breeding in the same park for so long that they've become genetically different from each other because there's no way for them to get from one park to another without dying.
Huh.
So that's just their little enclosed environment that they've adapted to.
That's pretty crazy. So,
Isn't that
like,
cool?
each park is like a Galapagos island for a
Basically, yeah.
group of rats.
Or mice. Or rats. You know my little sister owns 2 mice. 2
Does
rats,
she?
I mean, yeah. She's got
What's
2
the
little
difference
rats.
between a mouse and a rat?
Mice are big. I mean,
Is that-
rats are big. Rats are big.
Is that
Mice are
really the
small.
difference?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's probably like a different difference, but like that's the main one, or that's the visual one at
Oh,
least.
damn it.
You know.
Right.
Also, like rats don't eat cheese.
Hmm.
Do you know that?
Do they not?
No. Rats can't eat dairy products. They can't digest them.
Really?
Yeah, I tried to feed my little sister's rat cheese, and she said it would kill it, so she didn't let me.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually did it and killed one of her rats. Is
No,
how that story
would
was
be
going to
me.
end.
That would be me.
Yeah, it'd be very sad if that's how
Yeah.
that story ended.
Yeah, I have to kill my little sister because she'd be upset.
Right, right. Yeah, you don't want to be around that
Yeah.
kind of emotional situation.
Yeah, it's too much to bear. Right?
Yeah, not Goodman really. Wow, that's interesting. Also, cats can't drink milk, right? Like that's another thing that cats don't drink milk.
Cats don't. I don't think cats like milk.
Hmm.
Maybe they do like milk. I don't know, man. I feel like I keep seeing in stories cats drinking milk.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing, right? Is that like you get like a saucer of milk for a cat,
Yeah, right.
but I guess not or something. I remember hearing about that and being like, oh well, why did that be a thing? Also, do you know that that iron is not actually found in abundance in spinach?
No, I didn't know it the other way around. I honestly don't know where else iron is found. I thought iron was found in the ground.
Well,
it
it
is.
is.
I was 100% certain that some guy goes into a mine, takes out some iron, and that's how you get your iron.
No, you'd be surprised. It mostly comes from spinach.
So it does mostly come from spinach. But
Well,
just
no,
not in abundance.
not a lot of iron. Yeah, there's very little iron that we siphon from spinach. Really, it's a very poor process. In all honesty, we probably should just take it from the ground, like you suggest.
Isn't an iron deficiency the cause of anemia? I remember reading that somewhere.
Yes.
It is, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it's like iron and protein, whatever.
Yeah, something you're missing. I don't
Yeah.
know. You blocked like 3 shots.
I know.
It's
I'm
like
really
cheating
lucky.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like super lucky. I'm pretty sure if I go in here, I don't have any more health, like, at all.
You didn't even get the pill.
No, okay, I do get the thing. Okay, good. All right, let's see what this is. Tears down, and we already saw this one too. Friends to the end. Okay, well, get 3 blue flies and lose a life. That's
Maybe
all right.
not worth it.
That's it.
Two
Maybe
lives.
not
Lost
worth
2
it.
lives for that.
Yeah, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I think it's a great trade.
Maybe the best trade that I've made all day. I'd
Well,
say.
if there's no other trade available, even the worst trade is a good trade.
That's a good point. That's
it's
a good
always
point.
good to trade.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh, well,
when
I
you
guess
trade,
that
you
kind
get
of brings up the point. Is like, is any trade good? Because I feel like sometimes the trades can be bad. There's no like,
Yeah, but if
unless
you
you're
don't- if you
forced
don't
to make
any-
a trade.
Well, yeah, if you're forced to make a trade, then it's probably a bad trade.
I think it's the other way around here. Because because I feel like, so like, say the trade is, you kill yourself, and I get all your money. It's not a very good trade, I'd say.
But it's not really a trade. I'm not really getting anything in return except death.
You get my happiness.
You'd have to phrase it differently.
Okay.
You'd have to be like, you get relief from life, and I get all your money, you know?
Interesting.
It has to be beneficial to me.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that. Still not a very good trade.
No, it's not very good. But I'd probably take it if it was illegal.
Would you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'd probably stick with the not trading. I would just be like, yeah, I think I'll just live. Oh, god damn it. Ooh, that was a close one.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I'd live too.
Probably better.
Probably. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, yeah, it depends. By the way, the thing about the iron and the spinach, the reason that I mentioned that is, we feel like we've strayed from that topic quite a bit, so I don't want to let it get away from me. The reason I mention that is because, Popeye, right? What's Popeye eat? He eats spinach, right? And he gets real strong. And the reason that he gets real strong from the spinach is because they thought at the time that that spinach had a bunch of iron in it. But actually, what that was, it was just a misprint. They misprinted a study, and they said iron when they meant something else. And it turns out that spinach does not actually contain a lot of iron, and it doesn't really make you strong at all. It's not something that makes you strong, because originally they had Popeye eating spinach so that kids would eat a lot of spinach because it makes you strong, but that actually it doesn't make you strong.
Yeah, my mom used to tell me that milk makes you strong.
Milk does. It strengthens your bones. It's calcium.
Yeah, it also makes you pretty fat.
Well, yes, it does make you fat as well.
Yeah, that's
Ooh, that's
the immediate side effect of milk, I feel like.
I don't drink a lot of milk.
I used to drink a lot of milk when I was a little kid.
Really?
Yeah, I used to love milk.
Oh, fuck
I still really
me.
like milk sometimes.
I'm not. Oh, come on. We have to do the whole room again. We killed it, too.
Yeah. What the hell?
Bullshit. Whatever.
This is some sort of nonsense.
Yeah, I call
Unbelievable.
bullshit on
It's
this.
un-American.
It is basically un-American.
I don't know, man. What else did I do? Oh, I did some other cool stuff.
What'd you do?
I went to Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had a Philadelphia cheesesteak.
Nice.
It was awful.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know, someone, oh, Josh was telling me, because he used to live in Philadelphia, and he was gonna, he asked which place you went to. Do you know the name of the place that you went to?
No.
Oh, well, didn't you say it was like the most fancy one?
Yeah, it
or
was
whatever?
like the one on like TripAdvisor.
Oh, okay.
TripAdvisor recommended the highest.
Well,
Best place in the area. Why, is there like a special place that I should have gone to?
probably. I don't know. It's, Josh was saying he wanted to know which place you went to. You probably knew, like, what that place was and whether or not it had good Philly cheesesteaks.
I don't know. I could describe how to get there, maybe.
I feel like that would be way too convoluted to explain to Josh. It's like, okay, so well, if you take a left from New York City on here, go up another 200 miles north, and then go southwest for another 400 miles, you'll be in the ocean. And then after that, you're fine. That's where I went to eat. I don't remember if the place was called Philly or the Ocean. I'm not sure. I remember being confused as to whether or not that was something that we needed to do. Actually, I wonder what happens if you go up north 200 miles and then you go southwest 400 miles.
Nothing, you'd be in like Michigan.
Would you be? No, you
You'd be like more mainland.
Oh,
You'd
right,
be
yeah, west. Yeah, right. Well.
If you go east, maybe you'd be like, you'd probably still be on land.
You think so?
Pennsylvania, like all those states north of New York kind of lean out a lot. Mm-hmm. Maybe not 400 miles worth, but I mean, you know, you'd be reasonably close.
400
to land.
miles is a long way. I mean, that's
somebody
like,
could save you.
It's like, well, yeah, but it's like 1,000 miles to Europe if we go directly east.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, it's definitely less miles. I mean, more miles than that.
It's like 1,000 to Florida.
It is like 1,000 to Florida.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a lot of
Florida's
miles.
pretty far. I guess 400 miles is pretty far. Yeah, you'd probably be just in the ocean dead.
Yeah.
Is what would happen. You ever been in the ocean, Rob?
Not dead, but yes.
No, but not like swimming, but like in the ocean.
Wait, so like floating on the ocean? Like,
No,
I don't know.
Like really far into the ocean.
Uh-huh.
You ever been in there?
No.
You never been really far in the ocetion? Like on a cruise ship or like on a boat?
No.
No?
No.
I've always wanted to go. Like, you know when you look over
nice.
and then the horizon is just more ocean?
Right.
And then there's just the sky?
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that for a moment that might be really serene, and then immediately it would be absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, probably. You know, there's like no land for a very large portion of wherever it is you're going.
Yeah. I don't think that would be very pleasant.
No, not particularly.
But I'd want to do it just to see.
That'd be interesting. I would go on, like, I kind of, like, if I go to Europe, I kind of want to go by boat because, one, I don't want to take a fucking million-year-long plane ride, which I know sounds contradictory considering the boat ride would be considerably longer, but you could, like, walk around on a boat and stuff, you know?
Here's what I'll tell you about boats and going
Okay.
to Europe. Just to interrupt you for a second, but there is a cool way to do that.
Really?
Yeah. One of my family's family.
Your family has multiple families.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
One of my extended family.
Okay. Oh, so your extended family has family as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people in my family have families. Of their own.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Even my mom has her own family. My dad has an extra family.
Wow, that's
Everybody's
interesting.
got
So how do they interact with one another?
They're fine.
Oh,
they
okay.
just understand. So, point is, they took this cruise to Europe from Brooklyn.
God damn it!
They took a cruise to Europe from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Okay? And they took it there. Oh, mom's purple now.
Yeah, Mom's. Well, that's blue, actually.
That's blue.
It's not purple.
Blue and red is brown.
No, that's also not true. That's purple.
Really? Blue and red?
Yeah, blue and red is
brown.
Blue and red is purple. No.
Purple.
No, actually, brown is like all the colors together, or just dark orange.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, the point is, they took this cruise to Europe.
Yep.
And it was a, basically the cruise ships docked their ships in Europe because it's cheaper
Okay.
at the end of the summer. So around like August, early September.
Yeah.
because there's no fees there for docking your ships.
Fuck! Oh, we lose. Okay, so continue.
There's no fees there for docking their ships, so they took a cruise for like $600 across the Atlantic to Europe.
Wow.
Because the ship had to make that route anyway, and it was like a last-minute thing that you can buy.
Wow.
So one day we'll go to Europe.
I feel like they probably wouldn't afford you very good accommodations on that.
No,
boat.
It's a cruise ship. It's
it
the
is
same,
a cruise
It's
ship.
the same ship that they do cruises on. They just have to bring it from the U.S. back to Europe to dock it there for off-season.
Oh.
So they take you on the trip back. It's usually not even a transcontinental journey that they do. They usually go to South America or like up and down the coast. But to dock, they go back. So you take this trip, and that's why it's out of Brooklyn, actually, because that's where they're docked. And not where cruise ships usually leave from. They usually leave from, like, the piers in the city.
Weird.
Cool, though, right?
That is pretty cool.
And then they stayed
$600?
there for, like, two or 3 weeks. Traveled around by train and by plane, and then flew back.
Huh.
And that's it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So one day we'll go to Europe on a boat.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Get to see the oceans.
Where does it dock in Europe?
Probably Spain.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Spain.
Yeah, that's probably the closest point.
Yeah, Spain.
Actually, not
Portugal.
really, because like if you go from New York on a straight line to
It's
Europe,
London.
it's England,
But
right?
that doesn't belong to the EU's rules, and I don't know what their docking costs are. Because I know the reason they do it is because in the European Union, there's no docking costs for those large ships. So there's no cost to actually
Really?
keeping it there. Yeah.
Why?
Because they want the ships to be there. They want the business there. Because then the company has to open a corporation there and pay taxes.
Oh, I guess that makes
and all
sense.
these like they get the money back that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's only like 3 major cruise liners. So
Intriguing.
they're either
Alright.
there or somewhere else.
Well, that's gonna be the end of the Isaac video. We
Hop on a
lost.
cruise.
Yeah, get on a cruise and come with us to Europe. Or if you live in Europe, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
I
At
love
an apple orchard.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I love all you Europeans. Seriously, come to the ass on Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's for the Europeans. Even though it's still not that early for Europeans. It's as early as we're gonna get, I'd say. But yeah, anyway, that was Isaac, and that was Custom Challengers, Lord of the Flies. So, have you been watching Walking Dead at all, by the way?
No, I think that shows too much drama.
It really does.
Yeah, I like. It's just like Newsroom for me. Like it's got a cool premise.
Newsroom sucks.
It's got awesome stuff, but I do not care who fucked who.
Yeah.
I don't. You know, like I'm tired of being the half-targeted audience. I'm tired of just being half-targeted. Just target me. Just make an interesting show that I'm gonna love watching, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. Yes, you're not gonna have as big an audience, but it's gonna be like Civilization. I've stuck with that goddamn game for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's targeted at me. Not everybody plays that game. It's not casual.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, it's like Eve. They have an amazing community, but that game's about spreadsheets. It's like a capitalism simulator.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with TV shows. Just make a great TV show. I'll watch it. I'll love it. But don't half-ass it here and there.
Yeah, I totally agree. The Newsroom is just disappointing because I watched the whole first season and I was like,
It had its bits
okay.
and moments.
Yeah,
That's what
it was like, okay, there's a couple points where this is pretty good, but I don't give a shit about how this guy loves that girl. Like, I don't care. I don't care. They're not interesting characters. They're just not. They're just not interesting characters. Like a regular love story is completely boring in that environment. Like that's why House of Cards is really good because it's about a love story in the scope of what they're dealing with, right? It's like well, I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but it's with different people and there's love there and there's a story involved there. But like with the Newsroom, it's just like a love story on top of the other shit, and it's like, well, if you want to fucking tell a love story, but don't tell it like half-ass on the
parallel,
side.
Exactly.
It's like, oh god, it's so boring. And I gave it a chance too. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch the second season, and because the first season was okay. It had potential. I watched the first episode of the second season. Immediately, the first fucking thing is those two, the love stories. Like, oh well, it looks like they actually broke up instead of doing the thing in the 4 months that we've missed between the shows. Like, I don't care. I'm done. Didn't watch any more of it. It's like, nope. I just don't care. I don't care.
That's how it is, man. I don't like those shows.
Yeah.
I don't like those shows at all. They've got cool ideas, but
Well, Walking Dead is another one of those shows that like has a lot of promise,
You
but
gotta
it's
get
already
zombies
4
right.
seasons.
You gotta get
There's
there's
4
zombies,
seasons
right?
of promise. Yeah.
You gotta get zombies right for me. I'm picky with it. Because
Yeah.
I've thought about it a lot.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And if it just becomes even a little unrealistic, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
That's not what any rational person would ever do. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. That's...
I would like a realistic, like, you know, post-apocalypse. Like, not even necessarily zombies, but like how people would actually act.
It
in
would
an
be cool,
apocalypse.
right?
That'd be
Because
cool.
I think that gives you insight into a world, right? Kind of like Breaking Bad did. Kind of like House of Cards did, right? It brought you into a world that you're unaccustomed with, right? And it showed you how a character progressed through that world, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happens. When you have a half-assed world and a half-assed character, there's no show.
Yeah.
There's no show. And they have two-dimensional characters, too. I hate that.
There's so many of them.
I hate that. They're so flat. Like,
yeah.
they're just like, oh, you're always angry. How are you always angry? There's no person
really...
in the world that suffers from only one emotion. Like, there's not. You need a psychologist. You really do if you only suffer from one emotion.
Yeah.
That's an issue you have.
There are some really... It's just all archetypal characters that are just like, this is the hick racist guy. It's like, well, he's gonna fit every single part of that aspect. Or like, I won't spoil it again, but in the 3rd season, there's a guy, and he's just evil. It's just a man who's evil, and he's completely unrealistic, like super unrealistic, because he's just an evil man, and it's like, people like that just simply don't exist. Like, they did not try to really make him believable as to, like, why he's doing these things. Like, they half-assed it, because they gave him a loved one and a relationship with a loved one, if you understand and you watch the show and you know what I'm talking about. But then that was also really evil. Like, it was just like, they just didn't, they made him like a cartoony supervillain, and it's just like, that's not interesting. I was like, if you have a live-action TV show, that's not... If I'm reading it in a comic book, that's fine, right? Because that translates just fine in a comic book.
That's the medium.
Yeah, right, and it's based on the comic book, so it probably works just fine in that medium. But, like, you can't have a cartoony supervillain in a show. Like if you look at, like Breaking Bad, right? They have a supervillain, basically, in that show, right? And he's not cartoony at all. Like, he's really... Well, he is a little bit cartoony.
He's exaggerated, but it builds on you. You're not thrown into this
he seems realistic, too. He seems like, okay, I could see that person existing. And be the evil in the way that he is, which is just pragmatism, really. It's just evil in his utilitarian ways, which is similar to how Walt is as well, too. It's like you see the evil that he commits, but there's good there too, right? There's reasoning, and you see, and you even sit there thinking like, okay, I guess if I were in that exact situation and I had the same set of skills, that might be a choice that I would make, you know? And that's way more interesting than, like, this guy's just gonna be evil and do this evil shit. Like, it's just like, it's not a character that's interesting or fun to watch. It's just not. It's just not interesting or fun to watch someone who encompasses just one thing.
Yeah.
That's what makes, like, Gus and Walt, like, really good in Breaking Bad, because there's so many things to them, and Mike too.
Yeah,
like
there's depth.
Exactly. There's just so much depth. Like, there's so many things that he wants to do, and he aspires to do, and things that he wants to do better, and how to better himself. But then there's also all this awful evilness that he has to commit, and you know, then you're sitting there and you have to try to evaluate for yourself whether or not he's evil. If you just tell me this guy's evil, that's not interesting for me cognitively. Like, that's not, like, I don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, oh, that's an evil guy. He's gonna do something evil now. Like, and that's basically what happens when that character shows up on The Walking Dead. It's like, oh, there's a situation here. Okay, he's just gonna do something really evil and maniacal. And it's like, this is boring. It's just boring. Anyway, we have like 10 minutes gone over the outro of the video, which we often do. But, Dennis, thank you for joining me.
Yes.
All right, Dennis, would you like to say goodbye to the viewers at home?
I would immediately unsubscribe to youtube.com/definitelydennis.
Oh, okay, right.
And vote in the comments for whatever you want. Just vote for it, goddammit.
Yeah, actually, you guys should seriously upvote a custom challenge run so that we could have a custom challenge run in the next Isaac video. I'm just saying, let's get this party started. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. That is going to be the end of this video. I love you all. You're all Very, very beautiful video people. People in the video.
Video people.
Video people. There you go. That's your name. You always wanted a name. There you go. Video people. Boom. Alpacapatrol and his video people. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Post your custom challenge runs down below, and I will do the most upvoted one. This wasn't the most upvoted one, but I fucking did it anyway because there wasn't no upvoted challenge run. So S on the D, Essence, which is sons, and I just removed the O in the middle. Yeah. I love you all. You're beautiful people. And this is Alpacapatrol signing out. Peace, fools.